Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and I was fortunate enough to get the latest update from Tesla that has the auto lane change when you're on Navigate on Autopilot. So you'll see it's 2019.8.5. Let's take a look at the release notes and then we'll try it out and see how it is. Now I already got the peak power increase and the auto steer stoplight warning. I haven't seen that yet, but it should be there. But this is what we're really looking for. And this is Navigate on Autopilot can now make lane changes without requiring the driver to confirm the suggested lane change. There's some new options for this, and you can pause the video if you'd like to read the whole thing, but let's take a look at the options. In your settings, if you go to Autopilot, then you go to Customize Navigate on Autopilot. You now have some new options. So now we have Require Lane Change Confirmation. If we turn this off, we get a warning saying this does not make your vehicle autonomous. You must continue to keep your hands on the wheel and monitor the vehicle's surroundings. Are you sure you want to disable lane change confirmation? We'll hit yes. And then we have some options for lane change notification: off, chime, vibrate, or both. So depending on the year of your vehicle, it can vibrate the steering wheel. So let's go ahead and try this on a drive and see how it works, because that's really the major change in this update. We'll see what that's like. Navigate on Autopilot is turned on. Now you're supposed to keep your hand on the wheel. But let's see if it makes the lane change. It needs to move over by itself here in just a moment. And it's trying to move over, but it better move over soon since the lane ends. So it did it by itself that time, and let's slow down a little bit. Now this is the part I'm most interested in. You can see the map here actually is going to get on a highway and then merge onto another one and then have to merge over. So we'll see what happens. I'm most interested to see what happens as far as that goes. Now I'll rest my hand on the bottom of the steering wheel just to be safe, and let's see what happens. But I'm not touching anything, I'm not steering, it's doing everything itself. We'll see if it moves over into this next off-ramp here. So it just moved over like it's supposed to. Let's see what happens next.
North ramp on the left. Now take the Interstate 485 North ramp on the left.
Still driving itself though. That was a little scary. There was a truck coming into my lane a little bit, and I didn't have to take control, thankfully, but I did put my hand right on that steering wheel just to make sure that doesn't slam into me. Now we'll speed up a little bit since the speed limit's faster here. This part should be pretty interesting to see if it merges by itself. It does need to move over to get into the left lane. It dinged to let me know it's going to move. And it's moving over without me touching anything. So again, I did put my hand on the steering wheel just to be safe, but I'm not touching anything. Now, the truck in front of me is only doing about 60 miles per hour. The speed limit here is 70, and I have Autopilot set to 70. So we'll see if it's actually going to move by itself. Looks like it's going to. And it's moving over to get around the slow traffic. So it's pretty nice. So every so often it wants you to apply light force to the steering wheel. If you're not familiar with Tesla, that's kind of their way of making sure you're there. And everything's working like it should. And it's going to take an exit in 7.9 miles, and we'll see what happens. We have an exit coming up in about a mile or so. It should merge to the right, and then once we get off the exit, I'll have to take control again. But let's see how it handles this.
Take exit 21 on the right toward Harris Boulevard.
So it's going to change lanes now. It gave me a little ding to let me know. I have to touch the steering wheel a little bit. But it's doing everything itself, and it got off the exit without me confirming the lane change. Normally you would have to confirm with the turn signal stalk. You don't have to do that anymore. It's really nice.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto West W.T. Harris Boulevard.
Let me know what you think about this update in the comments below, and if you'd like to see more Tesla updates like I do iOS and Android, I'd love to hear what you have to say as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. If not, the other one's okay too. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.